Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew with Black Dragon Studios, and this is another episode of iPlay Raid Shadow Legends. Man, they just did the new update. A bunch of guys got nerfed. 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻 got a quote-unquote nerf. Let's go and check out the news guide here, and we'll just go through the list of changes. We know that they did a bunch of buffs to some legendaries that were in need of buffs. I'm not going to go through those right now. The most notable one that everybody seems to be talking about at the moment is 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻's Stone Guard passive, which essentially is a reflect damage. So basically what happens is whenever he or an ally gets attacked, he will reflect 15% of that damage onto whoever has an HP burn placed by 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻. So if they attack 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻, it's 30% reflect damage. And if they attack an ally, it's 15% reflect damage, but only if the HP burn debuff is on the enemy. So, okay, so it doesn't matter if it's the enemy with the HP burn that's attacking. It could be anybody on the opposing team attacking, and that reflected damage will go back to that person with the HP burn, okay? So it was pretty broken before, where we could put lifesteal gear on 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻, and we could give him Giant Slayer, and every time a teammate would get hit, reflect damage would go back on the attacker, and basically it would have a chance to deal a Giant Slayer proc, which would deal, against bosses was primarily where this was being used, would deal 3% of the boss's max enemy max HP. Okay, so that was capped, like against clan boss, it was capped at like 50 or 60,000 a hit, pretty much for the most part, which still added up. I mean, 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻 could rack up anywhere between 8 million to 20 million, probably more on a really good team, damage on Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare, depending on, again, how your team comp set up. Now, what they've gone ahead and done in this patch is they've nerfed 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻's passive to where they've nerfed the passive so that it won't proc War Master Masteries, it won't proc Giant Slayer Masteries anymore. But what they've gone ahead and done is they've added in War Master into his passive. It's just like they've added in a War Master effect. So whenever reflecting damage, it has a 60% chance of dealing additional damage equal to 4% of the target's max HP. It doesn't state specifically against bosses or regular players, which War Master would be different, because War Master would be 10% against normal opponents and 4% against bosses. 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻 is just getting a solid 4% across the board. Now, here's the thing though. They haven't patched this properly yet, because against bosses, I'm going to take you and I'm going to show you exactly where, if you watch my previous video, you'll see what he's doing in Clan Boss right now. But now, because of this passive, and I haven't even changed his masteries yet, I'm going to go into Spider 20 here. This would be his second best. This would probably be his best area, honestly, now that if they don't hotfix this. So basically, I got lifesteal gear on 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻. I have not changed any of his masteries, if you go back and watch my spider guide from before. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to target the mother spider with 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻's HP burn, and I have it all set up so that he will for sure use the HP burn through team setup there. We've just landed it on the mother spider. Now what's going to happen is all these little spiders are going to attack any one of my team. And look here at all these War Master procs. As you see there, massive damage is being dealt to the mother spider now. Every time I reflect damage, it's dealing up to 225,000 damage on the spider. Okay, like when it procs. And 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻 is gaining back all that life with his lifesteal gear. Actually, it doesn't appear that he is. It doesn't appear that he is, but even still, if you look at how fast this spider is going down, he doesn't need it to proc lifesteal gear anymore. So we might be able to put 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓻. It's still good to have lifesteal gear on him, I think, because what he's going to go here and do is just what he just did. He's going to use his A1, and he's going to proc a bunch of Giant Slayer hits, and he's going to gain full life. So maybe it would still be a good thing to keep Giant Slayer on Geomancer so that he can use his A1 on Spider 20. Look at how quickly he is working through this Mother Spider. We have not placed... Venus hasn't even used her HP burn yet, and we're already through the Spider. 1:42. This is beating Cold Heart builds. This is beating double Cold Heart builds. The only teams that this is not beating is like Tier 1 Super Endgame, 7 to 10 second, triple Cold Heart or whatever, like... Geomancer just became the best epic in the game. If they don't nerf this, man... yeah, Geomancer definitely needs a nerf, man. Like, he's now speed farming Spider 20. He's doing 47 million damage per hit on the clan boss. They haven't capped the damage, which is the problem, right? Like, normally, the amount of damage that he would be deflecting it used to be a lot less, man. It used to be, and now they're saying that they fixed it, but really they haven't fixed it. They've actually given Geomancer 400% more damage on his reflect damage. So how they would consider that a nerf, you know what I mean? Like, that's just messed up, man. There's really no other areas that he's like shining in. I mean, he actually did speed up my Dragon 20 run too. Let's go run through Dragon 20 real quick. I did not have Geomancer on the team before. Now I do. Now I have, so we'll go in with Eox, Ninja, Venus, Mountain King, and Geomancer here, who would normally be, this would normally be Mausoleum Mage's spot, but Geomancer is actually gonna come in here, and he's gonna put in about the same amount of time it would take with Mazo Mage. So it's not like he's a big upgrade, but if you don't have a guy like Mazo Mage, what Geomancer usually could come in and do is a slow run on Dragon 20 before the quote-unquote nerf. I'm calling it a buff. It's not a nerf, it's a buff. Before the quote-unquote buff, Geomancer would come in here. It would be about a 6-minute run. With Mazo in there on this very same team, it's about a 2-minute 30 run on average. Now you'll see here, Geomancer comes in, and the team's going to be getting through this at the same time pretty much, 2 minutes 30, 3 minutes. So they really have given Geomancer a significant buff. Have they buffed any other stats on him? I don't think so, but I mean, what I'm seeing here is massive reflect damage. It's to the point now where it's like damage. It's different. It's not like a deflect where it reflects and then that's actually damage coming from Geomancer. I'm not sure how they've coded this, but basically what I'm trying to tell you is the deflect is more like damage placed now. It's damage that is applied to the enemy, but it's not damage being done specifically by Geomancer. It's actually damage that's just deflecting off Geomancer, that damage coming from them, so it's not really gaining him life anymore. So it looks like they've kind of separated Geomancer's skill a little bit, where Lifesteal actually used to, the War Master procs and the Giant Slayer procs obviously used to give him full health every time, especially against a boss where, he's dealing 50 or 60k and his HP is only 30k, so he's gaining back full HP every time he does that. It's not doing that anymore, but still worthwhile, especially in Spider 20 and Clan Boss, where he is going to be getting the odd, I would say probably to put War Master on him instead of Giant Slayer, now that he's only able to proc masteries with his actual attacks. He only has one hitters, save but for his AoE, which attacks everybody. But even at that rate, I think that it would still be wise to just use 𝓂𝓪master on 𝓬𝓬𝓪 from now on and forget Giant Slayer, because basically I think how 𝓂𝓪master does it, if I'm not mistaken, there you see it's a 2 minute and 32 seconds run, so I have no idea how it's going so quickly. Mountain King just kind of mows down those enemies. But I think basically what I'm trying to say here is that even with his AoE that hits, say, 10 spiders and the mother spider, that's 11 hits with his AoE. Maybe it would be good to keep Giant Slayer on. If Giant Slayer has the ability to proc individually on each individual that ability actually hits. That's what I need to find out. That's what we need to find out, because if we go ahead and put 𝓂𝓪master on 𝓬𝓬𝓪, and then he does his AoE and hits 11 spiders and only has the chance of 𝓂𝓪master proccing one time, and it's going to hit all the spiders or it's going to hit none of the spiders type thing, he's still going to have a 60% chance to gain all of his life back. But it would still be wiser if Giant Slayer has an individual chance of proccing on each one, I think, even in Clan Boss, because the amount of damage that he's doing with the Giant Slayer and the amount of damage that he would be doing in Spider, which is like the two primary areas where I use him, he's actually more effective, I think, now in Spider than he's ever been. And probably that will be his best area. You know, Clan Boss, he's not going to be doing 47 million a hit. They're going to give him a nerf, man. They're going to nerf that at least. I know that that's not going to stay. There's just no possible way that in this world that, you know, if it is so, and there are other champions that are doing massive damage hits to the Clan Boss as well, such as 𝓑𝓵𝓪, who just got a fix. I'm not going to say whether he got a buff or a nerf, but they basically did some changes to characters that would sort of like smooth out their AI and stuff like that, and just like different things. I think something happened. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but let's just say a lot of things are not right. A lot of things aren't as they were before and aren't as they should be in Raid right now. Like, I just don't feel... It doesn't feel right to be able to do 47 million damage with one reflect damage proc in Clan Boss with 𝓬𝓬𝓪. That would mean basically, if you have a 𝓬𝓬𝓪 in your account, then you will spend 1 second per day farming Clan Boss from now on. You can farm every Clan Boss tier. It will take you 10 seconds. It will take you longer to load the page than it would to actually one key the boss, which, you know, that puts him above every other single character in the game, if that is true. So basically what I'm trying to say here in this video is you see another 234 run, and I'm going to put him through. I'm just going to do it, man. I'm going to put him in Clan Boss right now. There you see 171 million one-keyed Nightmare, and then Ultra Nightmare, 663 million and 28 in one run with 𝓬𝓬𝓪 on the team. So, I mean, we can go in here to Brutal. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend... We're just, like... It's going to be no different in Brutal than it would be in Nightmare. Basically, 𝓬𝓬𝓪, we could take... Honestly, we could take everybody out. 𝓬𝓬𝓪 is going to solo Brutal. He's going to solo the Brutal Clan Boss and still probably get a one key in like less than 10 turns. He just did 14 million damage. 2 turns. 2-turn, 1 key with 𝓬𝓬𝓪. Okay, we're on turn 4. He's still alive. He's gaining life. He's dealing lots of damage. He's getting stunned. 𝓬𝓬𝓪 is the man. So, I really don't understand this. I'm struggling to understand this concept right now. We just did it. 36 seconds. We one-keyed Brutal. And for the clan, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay in here and I'm going to just let this ride out. I've tried to do as much damage as possible to this clan boss. But I'm really excited right now, man. I don't know what to tell you. Taking down Brutal. Solo with Geo. Just soloing this 59.35 million damage with Geomancer, man. You gotta be kidding me. This guy is out of this world, man. Geomancer. 𝓑𝓵𝓮, you really, really made my day today. 1 key, 35-second run. Geomancer. Oh my god. That's insane, man. That's absolutely insane. And there you have it, folks. So, you know, we got the hot fix on Geomancer. What other goodies did they bring us to the game, man? Let's check out the news right now. Let's see here, news update. It says here, this update brings several quality of life improvements along with some champion balance change. They're calling it champion balance changes to help you guys get over some PvP and PvE hurdles. So you will now be able to solo brutal nightmare clan boss in 35 seconds with Geo. You know, if that ain't a quality of life improvement, man, I don't know what is. I no longer have to spend 45 minutes a day doing clan boss, 4 keys, using 4 clan boss keys, because I'll now just be able to turn 1, 45 million damage to Nightmare. Turn 2, 100 million damage to Ultra Nightmare. Solo the brutal clan boss. I'll solo every clan boss imaginable with Geomancer. Okay, they've boosted 𝓑𝓏 They've increased her base speed. Hexmaster is now upgraded as well. Pyre Strike's been upgraded. Robar speed's been buffed. His skill 3, Merciless Assault, has been buffed. 𝓬𝓬𝓪𝓬 got a big buff on his A3. Pixniel got a buff. Tomb Lord got a buff. War Chief Basilius Ronus got a buff. Crypt King Grawl, War Mother, Growhawk the Bloodied. You can read all this. Just turn on your game and go to the news update. 𝓬𝓭 got... 𝓬𝓭 was an epic that got... nerfed, actually. 𝓬𝓭 got a nerf. 𝓬𝓭 was the only one that got a nerf. And Geomancer got a life quality change or a balance upgrade or update. So, okay, the damage will now ignore the target's defense. That's huge, man. That's okay. So not only are we dealing additional damage, but we're also ignoring the target's defense with Geomancer. And they've fixed certain passive skill issues like Geomancer's passive skill. They've really messed up counterattack skill as well. Apparently, if you have a counterattack champion in Clan Boss, it will now be dealing insanely over amount of damage. Septimith's got a battle fix. Calivax's Corruption Locust skill and Rorik got a battle fix. As you noticed in Ice Golem's Peak, champions who hit diagonally placed targets will no longer hit them from the side. They'll be hitting them straight on. That was a really weird looking animation that we used to have to watch, and it would take longer too, so that's good. No longer freezing when Ashak and Sissy are in the same team against the Spider's Den. Fixed a bug about buff and debuff icons being displayed. I never noticed that as a problem before. Fixed a bug that caused reaction accessories to work incorrectly when equipped on Duchess. Fixed a bug that meant you couldn't tap directly on the Fire Knight to target him on several devices. Added 300 more slots to artifact accessory storages. The purchase button is now disabled when there are not enough materials to craft the artifacts. From either the lethal or fortitude artifact sets. Fixed an issue that occurred some players' accounts when completing the finish in one of the top 3 positions in a tournament group clan quest. Fixed a bug that caused clan quests to count ascending champions as getting new champions. Fixed an error that occurred when changing save team presets in Doom Tower and starting a new battle. Fixed a bug that caused your save team's setup to restart after replaying and losing battles against the Dreadhorn. Okay, I never noticed that. Fixed an error that occurred when there was not enough energy for the next battle in the multi-battle mode when super raids were enabled. Okay then. Well, that's a big update, man. They really, really updated the game. Okay, folks, so that's it, man. Patch upgrade to Raid Shadow Legends. October 5th, 2021. Weekend after the 2x Ancient Summoning Boost. And if you're new, go to the subscribe button and hit the subscribe button. Leave a like and a comment in the comment section. If you want to start playing Raid and you want to use my referral link, go ahead and I'll give you the referral link underneath the video right now. And if you complete your account to level 50, I will PayPal you $10. It's a giveaway I got going on the channel right now. We have 2 more spots left open to do that. And I just put out some new merch. I just designed it myself on the Teespring website, and that link will be in the description as well. The items may even appear right under the video. A bunch of new stuff, from t-shirts to sweaters, everything, man. Cell phone cases, you name it, it's there. And I'm just going to keep playing Raid, man, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm getting out of here for now, and I'll see you all in the next one. Probably tomorrow when they give Geomancer a hot fix. See ya.